welcome back to our channel. Today I have an exciting video for you. I'm going to go over how I meal plan. I like to meal plan for at least a week and sometimes a week and a half, sometimes 2 weeks. It just depends how much we need or how much I have stocked in the pantry and the fridge and freezer. So yeah, I'm gonna go over a couple of tips that I have and just how I meal plan for our family. I do apologize if you can hear any hammering in the background. We have some people here to fix our roof. We had a really bad windstorm not too long ago and it knocked off some of our shingles, so they're here to fix that. So I do apologize if you can hear that. I'm gonna try my best to catch them whenever they're not working. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We would love to have you join and also know when we upload new videos. Also check out us on Instagram at theoutnumberedmama01. I try to post on there as much as I possibly can, so go ahead and check us out there if you want to kind of keep up to date with us. And yeah, let's get started. So the first tip that I have for you is to shop your pantry first. So I always go through my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer just to see what I have. What can I make out of what I already have on hand? That way my grocery bill is not super expensive that week. And some weeks I will have a ton of meat and all I need to get is a couple of things to be able to make meals. So then my grocery bill is really low that week. Instead of me just going to the grocery store and just making meals from scratch and not using anything that I have on hand, that's gonna make my grocery bill super, super high. It's also gonna have the food that I already have on hand go to waste and expire before I can use it. So sometimes there's things in your pantry that can kind of be hidden, so I always like to go through all of that first to see what I have, see what meat I have on hand, what sides I have, what snacks I have for the kids. I do make my son a school lunch every single day, and so I like to keep snacks and things like that for his lunch stocked. So if I'm running low, then I'm definitely going to add that to my list. But the very first thing I do is always shop your pantry first. And I will kind of insert a little clip to show you what mine looks like. I will link in the description our last grocery haul that we had, and then I'm also going to be posting another one very soon, so be on the lookout for that. I like to spend about $500 a month. So full-time we have a family of 4, and then we also have 2 other children that are here part-time, so a total of 6 people. So I saw a tip from Jordan that said to spend $100 per person. So since we have 2 that are only here part-time, I kind of am spending $50 on them since they're not here all the time. So I like to spend $500 a month on groceries. So that's $125 a week. The last couple of times I've gone grocery shopping, I've gone over about $10, but some of it was impulse buys, or some of it I just really needed to stock up on something that we don't normally buy all the time, like a seasoning or something like that. So it's okay if you go over, but just try and stick to the budget that you set for yourself. That way you know you're getting your most for your money, and then you know that you're within your budget for the month. So, and I am kind of starting that this month in February. Last month, I definitely wanted to go buy that as well. But we did move to a new house at the very end of December and completely started with scratch with all of our food. So my grocery bill was a little bit high last month, but that is because I had to rebuy all of our condiments, seasonings, just everything that I possibly had. So this month is kind of taking a step back and getting the least amount as possible, because I did stock up a little bit last month on meat and bread and stuff like that. So, and that was Jordan Page who gave me that tip of the $100 per person, and I kind of want to go by that. So if you haven't checked out her video, go and check her out as well. My last grocery haul, I spent $138.73. So like I said, it was a little bit over, but that's okay because I had to repurchase things that you don't normally purchase all the time. So after I shop my pantry, then I write down what I have. So what meats I have, what sides I have, to kind of form meals that I could use that week. So I like to use the website allrecipes.com. So you can type in the search bar at the very top any ingredients that you have. So it's like hamburger meat, cream cheese, potatoes. You can type all of that in and it'll bring up a whole list of recipes that you can make using those ingredients, so that you can always make sure and use the stuff that you have on hand. If you can't think of what am I going to make with hamburger meat, cream cheese, and potatoes, I have no idea, then you can plug it in there and it'll give you a whole bunch of ideas. And it's also awesome because it's things that people have actually made. So unlike Pinterest, I do like to go on Pinterest and get recipes, but usually I have to start from scratch with everything on there. So All Recipes is good because people have tried these out. They can give you tips on what didn't work and what did work. That way it's not a Pinterest fail. So I really recommend checking out that website if you haven't already. Another thing that I like to use is like notepads. So I'm a huge believer in writing everything down, kind of doing a brain dump on a piece of paper to get it out of my head and onto the paper so I can refer back to it if I need to. So one of the things that I like doing is writing on a piece of paper what meals I can make out of the stuff that I already have here at the house. So I have like 10 different meals that I wrote down for us. I wrote this down about a week ago, and we've made more than half of the meals already. And I do also want to mention that we do have leftover nights. There's nights that I don't want to cook, or we got home super late, so we may pick something up, or I make a frozen pizza that day, or we have sandwiches or something like that. So I always take into account that as well. So out of the 10 meals, I meal planned for 2 weeks because we've got 10 home cooked meals, and then we have a few days for us if we wanted to go out or just have a lazy night or whatever. So I'm covered for 2 weeks. So that's what I did, was I wrote down meals that I can make out of stuff that I already had at home. That way whenever I go to the grocery store, I already have 10 meals. So I really only need to get things for the school lunches, snacks for the kids, fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, things like that. So then another thing that I like to do is, out of those 10 meals, I like to write on one of these notebooks. I got this from Target, and it's just like a Monday through Sunday type thing. I like to write on each day what we're going to have that day to kind of keep myself accountable, keep myself on track with the meal plan that I set. Because if I don't, and I just put this away somewhere, I'm not going to look at it again, and then we're going to end up spending more money running to the grocery store or eating out, because I'm like, what in the world am I going to cook tonight? I don't know. Well, if I also stick this on my refrigerator, so it's right there in front of me, and I can refer back to it if I am kind of stumped on what I'm going to make that night. Another thing that I do is, as I'm kind of going through my pantry and seeing what I have, I'm also on this notepad. It's a little grocery notepad. I found this at Target as well. I'm kind of obsessed with these, so I have a ton, so I'm trying to use them up. But as I'm going through and writing what I have in my pantry, I'm also going through and writing what I need. So if I see that I'm out of pasta sauce, or I'm low on corn, or I need more dog food, I'm writing that down on this list as I go along. That way I don't miss anything. I don't forget something whenever I go to the store. I always have a list with me. I'm a huge list person. I make a list for everything. it is so important for me because I have mommy brain and I'm gonna forget whenever I get to the store, so I always write this down. It also keeps me accountable whenever I go to the store. That way I don't get any, or a ton, I should say, a ton of impulse buys, and I don't just go in there blank-minded or hungry and just buy all the things. So this definitely keeps me accountable as well, and it kind of gets me to write down things that I wouldn't normally write down. So like I went grocery shopping the other day and I was totally out of black pepper. Can't cook without peppers, so I wrote it down as I went along. Had I not written it down as I was shopping my pantry, I totally would have forgot that for like the millionth time, and we wouldn't have any pepper to cook with for the week. So I absolutely love writing all of that down. This week, what I have on our menu is chicken parmesan, barbecue ribs, crock-pot tater tot sloppy joe casserole. This is a new recipe that I'm trying, but I had most of the stuff on hand. I only have to get a couple of things for it. It's a Pinterest recipe, so I will link that down below if you would like to check it out. Hopefully it's good. We haven't had it yet, and yeah, I'm hoping the kids like it. Oven baked meatball sandwiches, burrito bowls, brats and tots, baked potatoes with chicken, a tortellini chicken alfredo, smothered burritos, and Hawaiian barbecue chicken. So that is what I have for the next 2 weeks on my meal plan. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips on how you meal plan, please let me know in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and we will see you in our next one. Bye.